charming. I don't like dogs. I have a picture right here. Very cute dog. So, you'll do it? Explain why a schnauzer needs a lawyer. Because he's tying up the case, and the case is tying up my court. I'm surprised you haven't heard about it, said Joe. His voice broke. I feel like I'm losing control. Are you okay? Can we have lunch today? He pleaded. I don't think Susan would like that very much. Susan is Joe's wife. We can eat in my chambers. I don't think that's a good idea. We've been divorced for 18 years, he said. You think anyone cares if we have lunch together to talk about a case? Susan might. Believe me, Susan doesn't care. Was that bitterness in his voice? Or was I imagining it? I'll ask Betty to order some takeout. You still a vegetarian? Yes, but not vegan anymore. Just tell me what you eat. Vegetables, cheese, beans, no meat. What about one of those Greek salads from Dino's? Fine, dressing on the side. It's great that you're still a vegetarian, he said. You always thought it was an affectation. But it's good for the dog. What? I mean, for your relationship with the dog. I don't have relationships with dogs, I said. I could argue with that. Anyway, what difference would it make to the dog, my being a vegetarian? It shows respect for animals, Joe said. I have my lunch break at 1:30. You'll be here? I'm preparing for a trial. Please, Sally. He hadn't said please that way since the day I left him. My favorite law school professor used to say that the most important thing about a legal brief is that it be what it claims to be. Brief. State the facts concisely, he'd say, without losing anything essential. Judges don't have time for irrelevant information, no matter how interesting. Make your arguments in plain language. Nobody wants to wade through a swamp of therefores and howevers and twisted syntax. If you had only 25 words to state the facts of your life, this professor used to say, what would you write? Sally Bright Baynard, born Columbia, South Carolina. B.A., University of South Carolina, magna cum laude. J.D., University of South Carolina Law School. Married Joseph Henry Baynard. Divorced after 5 years. True enough, so far. But I've left out that afternoon when Joseph Henry Baynard took Sally Bright, a.k.a. Sally, to his basement apartment near the law school, luring her with a plea for help with constitutional law, but mixing constitutional law with a little vodka and tonic, and some Beatles on the boombox. Somehow Joe and Sally found themselves dancing and laughing, then falling exhausted onto Joe's sofa, that threadbare thing he'd covered with a batik bedspread, and laughing some more, then kissing, both surprised at how good the kissing was. In the brief of my life, doesn't that afternoon matter as much as my birthplace, my degrees, my career? Assistant Public Defender. Associate, Baynard, Baker, and Gibson, Charleston, South Carolina. Chief Public Defender, Charleston County. Solo Practice, Sally B. Baynard, LLC. And, in the brief of my life, what about that morning in the ladies' room of Baynard, Baker, and Gibson, Joe's family firm, the venerable firm of his father and his grandfather? My head